Hi everybody. Close your eyes and I want you to think about this thing that is bothering you. On the side of your hand is this fleshy bit here, okay? I want you to really think about what's bothering you and what is bothering you today. What is the pressing issue that you want to work on today? Is it something that's been bothering you for a while? And I want you to feel where it is. So I want you to think about where it is in your body, okay? Do you feel this issue in your chest? Do you feel it in your head? Do you feel it in the pit of your stomach? I want you to take a couple of minutes and I want you to think about where you feel it, okay? And then when you're thinking about this thing, I want you to imagine there is a size, okay? There is a shape of it. Okay, I'm on Facebook, great news. Do you feel it in your head? Do you feel it in the pit of your stomach? I want you to... Okay. Now I want you to imagine this is a shape. What shape is it? Is it a big block? Is it a circle? Is it a squishy thing? Is it something a bit fussy? And I want you to imagine that this feeling, these emotions are a fussy shape or a big blob or a concrete block or a spike. And then when you've got the shape of it, I want you to think of what colour it is. So you might now have a feeling in your body and it has a shape or it has a size and it has a colour. Now we've got the shape, we've got a size, we've got a colour. I want you to tap on the side of your hand and I want you to think about how long you've had this feeling and when it first happened, when you first started feeling this thing. Okay, and I want you to think about what was happening at that time. What was going on when you first started feeling this thing? Maybe somebody said something to you, and if somebody said something to you, what did they say? What was going on for you at that time? And those who just joined, on the side of your hand, I want you to be tapping at the same time. So you're thinking of something that's happened to you, or a feeling that you've got in your body, or something that's in your head that you can't get rid of. And we've now got a colour of it, you know what shape it is, you know where you feel it in your body, okay? EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. So we're going to free you of the emotions. Sounds a bit wah, but it works, okay? So what was going on for you when you first started feeling it? Okay. The way we start EFT is we always start with 3 setup statements, and we do this when we're tapping on the side of our hand. And we'll start with, even though I feel this, or even though I have this, we acknowledge what you've got. Okay? Some people panic that by talking about it, we're going to embed it, and that's absolutely not the case. We do it to acknowledge it, because this is a real thing for you, right? This thing is happening, and you feel it. So we need to acknowledge it in order to change the brainwaves, in order to change the pathways in your brain, to get rid of the stress, to get rid of the emotion, and leave you feeling much better about it. Okay? So, on the side of your hand, I want you to tap with me, and you can repeat after me, or you can say it in your head. You can close your eyes if it's too intense staring at me. And I want you to say, even though I have this thing, and I've had it for a while, today I choose to relax. Take a deep breath. Because even though I have this thing and I feel it in my body, I choose to forgive myself today. And even though I have this thing and I've felt it for a while, and I know what colour it is, and I know when it started, I totally love and accept myself anyway. That bit can be difficult for people to say. Still with me? Still there? Great. Up to the top of your eyebrow. This is our first tapping point. You don't have to worry about it being too exact. It's not like acupuncture where it's exact, but it's not up here. It's here, on the side of your eye. I have this thing. on the side of your eye, and I feel it in my body. Follow your eye bone down onto the eye socket. And this feeling I have is this colour, and it is this shape. And I know what it is. Under the nose. And I know what happened. And I know what it is. And I don't often talk about this thing, but I feel it. On your collarbone, it's about an inch under your collarbone where it's a bit fleshy. Either side, you can do a tap or you can do a light Tarzan tap. This feeling in my body, I have it. It is real. Under your arm, about 4 inches down on your bra strap if you're wearing one. I feel this thing, and I give myself permission to feel it. Top of your head. Again, it can be like a tap like this, or a pat, whatever feels nice for you. Again, you can go round or tap in one spot. I have this thing, and I know what it is. And I know what they said. And I'm beginning to see if I can let go of it. Back to your eyebrow point. I'm wondering if I need to hold on to this thing. On the side of your eyebrow, I need to hold on to it. Under your eye, because this is my thing. It belongs to me, and it's in my body. I need it. I wonder if I need it. Under here? What if I don't need it? On your collarbone? Yep, I need it. It's mine. I'm holding on to it. Don't make me let go. Under your arm? You can't make me let go. I'm not letting go because it's mine. And I need it. On top of your head? Maybe I could look at this thing today. Take a big deep breath in. And I want you to shake out a little bit and process what we've just been talking about. And in the comments, I want you to let me know how you're feeling. Has anything come up for you today? Take a drink if you need one. Feeling lighter? Yay! Relaxing your shoulders. Feeling emotional? Yeah, this happens. If you're teary, get a tissue, take a deep breath, okay? Feeling less upset and calmer, more relaxed. Great. How high, Faye? Okay. What we're aiming to do tonight is we're going to take this thing, we're going to get rid of some of the pain, some of the stress, some of the emotions, and we're going to release it, and we're going to change it, and we're going to change the wording that we use. We're going to use some positive language, and we're going to use some emotional wording that's going to make you feel more in charge of what's going on, okay? So this might sound a little bit odd, but go with it, okay? Let's change the music, okay? This time I want you to think about what would happen if you didn't have this thing. Can you still hear the music? Hope so. Okay, inside of your hand. Even though I have this thing, and I've had it for a while, and I feel it, I'm wondering if I can let go of a little bit today. Doesn't have to be much, just a little bit, maybe 5%. Okay. And even though I've got this thing, and it's been a part of my life for a while, and I feel it, and those feelings are real, I'm wondering if I could let go of it a tiny bit. Because I love myself. I'm learning to love myself. And even though this thing has been here for a while, and I feel it in my body, and I know what it is, I'm wondering if I can choose to let go of a little bit today. Because it's my body and I can choose. Okay, to the eyebrow point. This thing in my body that I feel. I feel these feelings. I am allowed to feel my feelings. I give myself permission to look at them today. And I also give myself permission to think about whether I need them. I wonder if I need it. On your collarbone? Yep, I need it. Maybe this thing is there for a reason. Under your arm? Maybe it's there for a reason. And I need it. Or maybe it's not. What if it's not? What if I don't need it? Side of your eye. And even though it's hard, I choose to relax today. And even though it might feel difficult, just even trying to feel better is a big step. I'm choosing to try to feel better. What a big step. This is big for me. This is important. This is important. And I'm looking at that today because I get to choose. What if I can choose to feel better? What would that be like? Back to your eyebrow point. I'm beginning to feel a little bit relieved. Because now I'm wondering if I don't need this. What if I don't need it? What if I don't need it? What if I could let go of some of this today? What would it be like without it? What would it be like without it? This song is ace. Can you hear that? What if I don't need this thing? What if I'm hanging on to it? Why am I hanging on to this? This is what I'm wondering. Take a big deep breath. Let that sink in. Hi to those new people. We're about halfway through. Bob me a note. Let me know how you're feeling. Shake it off. Anybody feeling emotional? What does it feel like to try to let go of some of it today? Okay, and we're going to go back to this one. We're going to swap. We're going to get even more high energetic. Get our energies buzzing round. You might be feeling a little bit tingly. You might be feeling a little bit sneezy, itchy. You might be yawning, stretching. Stretch it out, okay? Feel like a yoga teacher. Stretch it. Okay, give yourself a wiggle. Get up and move around if you need to, okay? Have a drink if you need one. Okay, even though I have had this thing, and I am feeling a little bit relieved now on the side of your hand, this bit here. I'm wondering what will happen if I let go of it. Okay, what will happen? Okay, even though I have this thing, and I wonder what will happen if I let go of it, I choose to try today. And even though this thing is in me, and it has been part of me for a while, I wonder if I could let go of some of it, because it's my body and I get to choose. Top of your eyebrow. I get to choose. This side of your eye. I wonder if I could let go of some. I wonder what life would be like without it. Under your nose. I'm a bit scared of what it might be like. It is a bit scary because I've had it for a long time, and maybe it's part of me, but maybe it's not. Under your arm, maybe it doesn't have to be, and maybe I could choose to let go. What would that be like? I'm wondering what it would be like. Maybe I'll be a little bit free. Maybe I'll be a little bit relaxed. What would that be like? What would I do with more energy? What would I do with more energy? And your collarbone? Nope, not going to. I refuse to change. I'm not changing. Nope. I've been like this for a long time. You can't make me. But maybe I could choose to let go a little bit. What would that be like? 'Cause I've been hard on myself. And I'd like to not be hard. I would like to be kinder to myself. And I'm wondering if that's possible for me. I wonder if it's possible for me. And I wonder if I can choose. Because it's my body and this is my life. This is my life. And I'm ready. I'm ready to change. And I'm ready to choose to feel good. Back to your eyebrow, because it feels good to feel good. And maybe I don't do that enough. Maybe I don't do that enough. And I've been hanging on. And I don't know why. I wonder why I've been hanging on. Maybe it's because of what they said or what they did. And I'm not ready to forgive. But maybe I could forgive myself. I wonder what that would be like. Back to your eyebrow. Because I've been hanging on. I've been holding on to this. And I'm ready to let go of it. And what would it be like without it? I would have more energy. I would be free. And what would that be like? And I feel emotional thinking about that. Because this is important. But I also know that I can choose to feel a bit better, even if it's just a little bit today. It's about time I felt better. It's about time. Take a big deep breath in, guys. that for a minute. Type in the comments and let me know how that felt. How's everybody feeling? Anybody still there? Send me a little message. Or just take a minute to relax and breathe into it. Tingly face, Faye. Yeah, I hope that's a good way. You only joined halfway through, feeling relaxed. Yeah, neat, don't worry if you've just joined in. We're just maybe 3/4 of the way through now, okay? How did it feel when we talked about maybe letting go of something? Did that feel good? Did it feel scary? Tingly calm, like you're working through something. Yeah, quite likely. Centered. Oh, that's a nice feeling, huh? What EFT does is it sends signals up to the amygdala in your brain. Feels good to let go, yeah. The amygdala in your brain is the central part which is responsible for your fight or flight or freeze. And what can happen is you can get stuck in that bit and it releases cortisol, so your stress levels go up. And the EFT brings that cortisol down, okay? So it is a physiological effect, but it's also neurological. It's also changing the way your brain works. So in a deeper session and a one-to-one session, we'd really get through to the point of actually what did happen, what it is that you're holding on to. And you don't have to share the details. You don't have to tell me anything about what happened, where, who said, any of that stuff. You just tell me where you feel it. And it is the feelings that we talk through. So if there was something that did happen that is likely to have come up tonight for some of you, you might have been replaying this story over and over and over. And it's hard to get out of that pattern, but EFT interrupts the pattern. It breaks the loop. So when you're tapping and you're talking about it, your brain is rewiring. It's fascinating. Dr. Peter Stapleton has done 20 years of research into EFT. She has brain scans of how the difference it makes for people who are having stressful situations. She sees the part of the brain that lights up when it's stressed. And after EFT, the parts of the brain don't light up anymore. It's absolutely incredible. So I will share more details on that. Okay. So we're going to do one more round before we finish off. Okay. And I'm going to put this one on. Okay. For those of you who've just joined, we're going to start here on the side of your hand. Okay. We're going to do the last one that's going to really bring your energies up, and I'm going to finish with a really nice technique which will hopefully ground you and leave you feeling fantastic for the rest of the evening and into tomorrow. If you tap again tomorrow, you'll feel even better. Okay, side of your hand, even though I've had these things. And they're still there. I feel them still. I'm beginning to accept myself today. And even though these feelings, they are still there, I'm wondering if I can love myself a little bit more today. And even though these feelings and that thing, it still happened, I'm feeling calmer about it now. And I'm wondering if I could let go of some of it. And to your eyebrow point, it's still there. It's still there. But I feel a change. I feel a shift. And I'm wondering about that. I'm wondering what this might mean. I'm wondering what this might mean for me. Who will I be without this thing? I've never thought of that. I've never thought I could think about that. Top of your head. But I'm curious to find out. And I'm curious to find out what life would be like if I didn't have to think about this thing anymore. So I get to choose. And I wonder what this choosing will lead to. And it might be scary. And maybe I am a bit scared. But I'm also in charge. And and I wonder what life would be like. I wonder who I will be. It's because going forward, I now have a skill. And I can do this whenever I want. And I know this strange technique can make me feel better in such a short space of time. Because I get to choose this thing. I get to choose. And this committee in my head that tells me otherwise, well, they can just be quiet. I get to choose. And I get to silence that committee. I get to break the loop. I get to interrupt the pattern because it's my brain and I'm in charge. And I'm wondering about my energy levels now. And I'm feeling a bit better. And I can raise my own energy levels just by tapping on my face. I've tried affirmations before. They don't always work. But now I know that tapping helps. Tapping has helped me this evening. Even though it's strange. Oh my, it's strange. But I'm feeling good. And I get to choose. And I've chosen to relax. Because nobody ever gives you permission. But I can give myself permission to relax. And I can give myself permission to let go. And I can give myself permission to feel what I need to feel. And I can also decide to choose a different way. And I can be grateful for what is great, even if it's the tiniest thing, like tapping on my face. And I get to choose, and I'm so pleased I found this thing. Even if I'm watching some crazy lady on the internet, I'll take that. And who cares what somebody else thinks? And who cares what that committee in my head says anymore? Maybe they can just shush. Because now I know that I can choose. And I already have chosen just to do this tonight. I have chosen to try to feel a tiny bit better. And isn't that amazing? I am so proud of myself. I'm proud of me for doing this. Okay, guys, take a really big deep breath in. Check that out. Take a drink of water. Stretch up. Wriggle your shoulders. Wriggle your back. Let me know how that feels. Let me know how you're feeling. content. That's great. Love that. Feeling calm. Great news. Comforting, yeah. That's a really nice way to put it. It is quite comforting, huh? Relaxed. Great. Calmer. Fantastic. That's great news. Okay. We've got a few minutes left. We're going to do one little last thing just to bring you back into the room, to shake off what we've been talking about, because there'll be stuff going on for you. You'll have churned off a few things. You'll have been thinking about stuff that you perhaps try not to think about. And what's really important is that you keep grounded with where we are so you don't go off and spiral into something else. So I'm going to do a little technique which is just going to help bring you back to the room. Okay, you can do the tapping whenever you want. This is going to stay on my Instagram for, I think it's 24 hours. I will put it on my Facebook as well if I can figure out how to do that. So I really need you to take a drink, have a little relax, and then I'm just going to put this on. I hope you can hear it. It's just some waves, okay? I want you to close your eyes on the side of your hand. I want you to think of a memory in which you are laughing or smiling. A happy memory. It can be a recent one or it can be an old one, whatever fits with you this evening. Okay, on the side of your hand, I want you to take one little step back from that memory and see it on the TV screen. Okay, tapping up to the top of your eyebrow. I want you to turn the volume up on your memory. What can you hear? On the side of your eye, I want you to brighten the contrast. Make it all brighter. Turn up the colours. Under your eye, I want you to reach out your hand and I want you to feel it. I want you to touch what's in that memory. Under your nose, I want you to taste it. What can you taste? Maybe there's something to eat, or maybe you can taste the air. Under your chin, under your lips, sorry. I want you to smell it. What can you smell? And on your collarbone, I want you to take another step back and I want you to turn it all up. Sound, the volume, the colours. Turn up the volume. What can you touch? Under your arm, I want you to take one more step and project it on IMAX. Blow it up. Okay, and on top of your head, I just want you to bask in that memory. And then slowly open your eyes, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, come back in the room. And we're done. Is everybody okay? Oh, hi, new people joining. We're just finishing. It'll be on highlights later, okay? For those of you who've just done that little task, I don't have to tell me anything about it, okay? Keep that for yourself. But I am going to stay on just for another couple of minutes. If you've got questions about the tapping, if you've got questions about how it can help you, or if you've got questions you want to do some more with me, that's great. So let me know, send me a message. I am doing a course for people and we're going to do a different section each week. And in each week, it'll build on the week before. And each week will be a different kind of emotion. So it's going to be around raising your energy. It's going to be dealing with overwhelm. It's going to be dealing with looking at value, how you value yourself and your self-worth. And I would love it if you were interested in joining. So send me a message and I can get some details out to you. If you want to work with me one-to-one, if you've got something specific that came up for you tonight, then also send me a message. I do one-to-one sessions over Zoom, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We can work out timings. I also do group stuff. So if you've got somewhere at work where you think this might be really helpful for people if they're struggling with overwhelm or stress, or if you just need to get some morale going, then that's the sort of thing that I really enjoy doing. I've got some stuff coming up in schools with staff. I've also done some workshops in people's Facebook groups. So if you want me to come in and do a little session with your followers or your members, then that's also something I am up for. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that Facebook people aren't crying because I couldn't get on there. Oh, I'll have to save it and get it onto that as well. Any questions, guys? Anything at all? If you want to send me a direct mail, if you don't want to put it in the comments, then that's fine. I'll be on the internet this evening. My husband is out, so I can't watch the box set. We're trying to watch it. Oh, hi these days. Don't worry. It'll be on